Ever feel like you're living someone else's life? Like you're trapped in a role you never auditioned for? I get it. We've all been there, putting on a brave face while drowning inside. But what if I told you there's a way out? A way to shed that old skin and emerge as the person you were always meant to be. It's not easy, but it's possible. And today, I'm going to show you how. Are you comfortable right now? Good. Now let me make you uncomfortable. That cozy little bubble you've built around yourself, it's not protecting you, it's suffocating you. Your comfort zone isn't a safe haven, it's an invisible prison, and you've locked yourself inside. Let me paint a picture for you. You're in a job you hate, surrounded by people who drain your energy faster than a leaky battery. The work is mind-numbing, the office politics are exhausting, and every Sunday night, you feel that knot in your stomach dreading the week ahead. But here's the kicker. You stay. Why? Because it's familiar. It's safe. Or at least, that's what you tell yourself. But let me ask you this. Is it really safe to waste your life doing something that makes you miserable? Is it safe to let your dreams gather dust while you clock in and out of a job that's slowly killing your spirit? Your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's actually the most dangerous place you can be. Think about it. Every day you stay in that soul-sucking job, every time you say no to an opportunity because it's too risky, every moment you spend scrolling through social media instead of working on your goals, you're losing a piece of yourself. Your potential, your passion, your purpose, they're all on life support, gasping for air in the stifling atmosphere of your comfort zone. You know that fire you used to feel in your gut, that excitement about the future. It's still there, but it's been reduced to embers. And if you don't do something soon, it's going to go out completely. Is that what you want? To look back on your life and wonder, what if? Let's talk about the slow death of potential. It's happening to you right now, whether you realize it or not. Your dreams, they're not just on hold, they're fading away. That book you always wanted to write, those languages you wanted to learn, that business you dreamed of starting, they're all slipping through your fingers while you cling to the familiar. But here's the truth. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to recognize the signs that your comfort zone is holding you back. Are you constantly making excuses? Do you find yourself envying others' success instead of creating your own? Do you feel stuck, like you're watching life pass you by? These are all red flags, waving frantically, trying to get your attention. Now, I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself stepping out of that cage today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the time is right. Today. What would happen? Sure, it might be scary at first. You might stumble. You might even fall. But you know what else might happen? You might fly. Think about where you could be a year from now if you decided to break free. You could be in a job you love, surrounded by people who inspire you. You could be working on that passion project, seeing your dreams come to life. You could be looking in the mirror and actually recognizing the person staring back at you. What if I told you that the key to becoming your best self isn't just about stepping out of your comfort zone, but about stepping away entirely? You're ready to break free, to transform your life. But here's a truth that might shock you. Sometimes, to find yourself, you need to lose yourself first. Are you brave enough to disappear? Now, I'm not talking about running away from your problems or booking a one-way ticket to some tropical paradise. This isn't about escape. It's about strategic retreat. It's about creating the space you need to rediscover who you truly are, beneath all the layers of expectations and compromise. Society tells you to push through, to grind harder, to never give up. But I'm telling you something different. I'm telling you to step back, to pause, to breathe. Because sometimes the noise of everyday life is so loud that you can't hear your own thoughts anymore. You can't hear your heart's true desires. This isn't a vacation. It's not about sipping margaritas on a beach and posting Instagram-worthy sunsets. No, this is a mission. A mission to rediscover your core self, to strip away everything that's been holding you back and rebuild from the ground up. Think about it. When was the last time you were truly alone with your thoughts? When did you last have the chance to question your beliefs, your goals, your very identity without the influence of others? That's what strategic disappearance is all about. It's about cutting the noise, cutting the distractions, cutting the ties that bind you to your old self. But here's the real challenge. Can you face yourself when there's nothing else left? When you've stripped away all the distractions, all the excuses, all the comfortable lies you've been telling yourself, what remains? Who are you at your core? I'll be honest with you, it's not easy. There will be moments when you'll want to run back to the familiar, back to your old habits, your old life, your old self. Don't. This discomfort, this uncertainty, it's not your enemy. It's the birthplace of your new self. This is where the real work begins. This is where you rebuild. You see, strategic disappearance isn't just about getting away. It's about creating a blank canvas. And on that canvas, you have the power to paint the life you've always dreamed of. Maybe you'll discover passions you've long forgotten. Maybe you'll find strengths you never knew you had. Or maybe you'll realize that the path you've been on isn't the one that leads to your true happiness. Whatever you discover, it's yours. Authentic, unfiltered, real. Strategic disappearance is your reset button. But here's the thing, you've got to use it wisely. This isn't about hiding from your problems. It's about gaining the perspective you need to solve them. It's about stepping back so you can leap forward. So, are you ready? Ready to disappear, to lose yourself, to find yourself? Ready to create the space for profound personal transformation? It won't be easy. It might be the hardest thing you've ever done. But I promise you this, the person who emerges on the other side will be stronger, clearer, and more authentically you than you've ever been before. You've taken the leap. You've disappeared. Now what? Let me ask you this. Are you ready to become the architect of your new self? Because rebuilding isn't just about slapping on a fresh coat of paint. It's about digging deep and laying a whole new foundation. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're eager to jump right in, to start piecing yourself back together. But hold on, this is where many people get it wrong. They rush to fill the emptiness with the first thing that comes to mind. But I'm challenging you to do something much harder. Are you ready to rebuild yourself from the ground up, brick by authentic brick? Think about it. Every belief you hold, every habit you formed, every part of your identity, it's all up for grabs now. This is your chance to question everything. And I mean everything. What parts of you are truly you, and what parts are just old patterns you've been carrying around? This is where you rewrite your story, where you choose your values, your purpose. It's not just about who you want to be, it's about who you're meant to be. And let me tell you, there's a big difference between those two things. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This process, it's going to be messy, it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes it might even be painful. You're going to face parts of yourself you've been avoiding for years. You're going to have to make tough choices about what stays and what goes. But here's the thing, this discomfort, it's not your enemy. It's the birthplace of your new self. Every moment of uncertainty, Every difficult decision is shaping you into something stronger, more resilient, more authentically you. Remember, you're not just putting yourself back together, you're building a version of yourself that's unshakable, a version that can weather any storm because it's built on a foundation of self-knowledge and purpose. So, how do you do it? How do you rebuild from the ground up? First, you've got to start with your core values. What truly matters to you? Not what you think should matter, or what others have told you is important. What lights a fire in your soul? Once you've identified those core values, use them as your compass. Every decision you make, every goal you set, should align with these values. They're your North Star, guiding you through the rebuilding process. Next, you need to reassess your beliefs. What do you believe about yourself, about the world? Are these beliefs serving you, or are they holding you back? Challenge them, test them. Be willing to let go of the ones that don't stand up to scrutiny. Now let's talk about habits. Your daily actions shape who you are. So it's time to build new habits that support the person you want to become. Start small. Be consistent. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Finally, and this is crucial, you need to define your purpose. What's your reason for being? What impact do you want to have on the world? This isn't about grand gestures. It's about finding meaning in your everyday actions. Let me ask you something. Are you ready to become the architect of your own transformation? Because right now, you've got the blueprint in your hands. The choice to rebuild isn't just an option. It's your chance to rewrite your entire story. Think about it. The world doesn't need another carbon copy, another face in the crowd. It's crying out for the real, unfiltered you. The you that's been hiding beneath layers of doubt and compromise. Remember this, every great story has a moment of rebirth, a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what this is about. It's not just change, it's evolution. So I'll ask you one more time, and I want you to really feel it in your gut. Are you ready? Ready to disappear from the life that's holding you back? Ready to rebuild yourself from the ground up? Ready to return stronger than you ever thought possible? This is your moment, your crossroads. What's it going to be? I want to hear your thoughts because your perspective matters in this journey we're on together. Stay focused, stay motivated. And if you've made it this far, drop 100 in the comments to show you're part of the 1% working to improve every single day.